So, in a previous video, if you saw that, kind of like a beginner's guide to groove, I talked about just getting back to the one, that being the important part, and just playing any notes, and it was just the drummer and yourself, and no accompaniment. So basically, any note worked. This is a kind of continuation of that. Um, I've obviously got a backing track playing downloaded from YouTube. Um, Link in the description. Great guys. All of their backing tracks are superb, and I use them for practice all the time. So I I knew the chord progression. It was on the screen. I didn't look at it. Like I try and when I'm doing these things, I try and make it like a jam. I try and practice that aspect of jamming with other people, seeing the seeing the chord progression, trying to get it into my head, under my fingers as quickly as possible, um, and and not being afraid to make mistakes. And that's basically what this entire thing was about. Um, the courage to do odd things, the courage to play beyond what you've already known. I mean, I was basically only using a pentatonic. So the chord progression went E, G, D, C, basically. I think they might have all been major, um, but I was basically only kind of hanging around on major pentatonics, but kind of just, I don't know, I wasn't thinking about that really. I was just kind of pressing notes that kind of felt like they might be right, and um, started off kind of basic, feeling my way around, making a bunch of mistakes. This isn't like this isn't a bass line that I've practiced or rehearsed or tried to cop from anywhere else. It's just like there's a chord progression. The other instruments are playing and kind of propelling along what I am doing. Like the saxophone coming in really kind of changed the way I felt about the music a little bit, and I possibly like. I mean, I watch back and might not feel that way, but I felt like my playing just tightened up a little bit when that came in, and got a little bit freer. There was some stuff that I wanted to try and do as I got more comfortable with the progression. Started trying to play the C above the 12th fret, which is like I don't know, a gospely kind of thing to do, is just double up what you were going to play down there and just play up there. Easy feels. Um, but yeah, just and so this is basically me practicing, um, showing how I practice, and it's just like the next progression on, and it's I've done it with something that I'm not familiar with because I want to show that it's like this is how you get better. You find things. So I'll go back. Like I really liked the going from up to the D from the G. So it was like from here, and that's something that I've, as far as I'm aware, I haven't practiced. I don't know any other songs that I've learnt that have had that in. It's not a lick that I found, but just I don't know, just playing around, pressing notes, and seeing what came out. And that's something now that hopefully I'll be able to practice. Um, and when there's other chord progressions that go from G to D, I'll know that sounds kind of okay. And it's basically just like G pentatonic there, um, using a C as like a passing note. So yeah, hope that's going to encourage you to maybe just feel free to experiment and just make mistakes. Now, the next stage of this is what I do when I'm at a jam. I'm not just playing safe. I'm not just doing things that are um, that I know that I can do. I try my hardest to serve the music, but I'm at the stage where I am at now, I just don't care if I make a mistake. The worst that's going to happen is the keyboard player's going to shoot me a look, and you know, I'm I'm big enough to deal with that now. Um, but yeah, it's like that courage thing. It lets things come out, and when you're just in your room, I mean, I'm just in my room, and you know, a couple of hundred people are probably going to see me making mistakes, but just don't care. Just let it go. Let the music come out, and see what happens. So if you have enjoyed that, thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, please, because I get a few. I really enjoy it. I'm sure it helps other people discover my stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.